EA Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. So the New York starting five, they've got Evans, and it's Hamilton in at the 3. And for El Paso, Carson out there with Adams. Then there's Cooper. And it's Augustine in at center, locking down the middle. And today, Greg, it's about the NBA. But tomorrow it's about spending Turkey Day with family and friends.
I think everyone realizes it's not something we can take for granted. Cherish those moments with your loved ones. They're likely to be your fondest memories.
And so off the tip, it's New York. Now here's James. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Evans. Count it.
Evans. First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Here's Carson following the score by New York. And James picks up the foul.
James.
That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Pass to Cooper. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at New York. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And, you know, I think New York, they have to like the progression that we've seen. Bit by bit, everything coming together. Consistency going forward will be key.
Sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And stolen by James. Inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Bowen. Pass to Cooper, and they get it. Shoots a fader, and the shot goes in.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
James, the pass to Hamilton. Back to James. Jacks up a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Adams against James. And the pass to Cooper. Here's Carson. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. It's a 9-point spread. Here's James. And easy 2 points on the layup. James has got 8 points.
Are you kidding? 5 for 5, and they just got started.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And Kevin, little plays like that one will help them manage this lead heading into the half. How about the determination?
Hit his leg.
That'll be a kick
and
ball.
They're saying he kicked the ball. Here's Carson. Passes it to Bowen. 6 to shoot.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Adams against James. Arthur kicks to James. From deep. That one doesn't drop. El Paso goes the other way with it. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
An interconference matchup. Last season, they went 2-0 against this club.
Now here's Adams. Boom. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
And we all know that injuries are a part of the game, Doris, but it seems like for taller players, bigger players, there can be an additional challenge. Why is that?
Well, think about it, Kevin. If you're a 7-footer who maybe goes between 250 and 280 pounds, playing an 82-game grind with so little time for rest and for healing. The modern game with all the movement that's required, that is particularly challenging for any big man of that size.
So timeout called here, the first for El Paso.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Now here's Adams. Pass to Cooper. Here's Carson. He's guarded by Arthur. To stop the run. It's rebounded by New York.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
They grab their own miss. Evans kicks to Arthur. James looking it over. There's the three. That shot off. El Paso goes the other way with it. Here's Cooper. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Adams down.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King.
James.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And stolen by James. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Carson passes to Adams. Some nice ball movement here by El Paso. Down low. And the rejection by James. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. He's guarded by Cooper. Basket good.
25.
He has 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Timeout called, El Paso.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Put your hands together for yours.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. And a wide open look for Porter. Buries the long-range jumper.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Back to James. That's up a 3. The rebound by D. El Paso trails by 15. Hardy passes to George. The 19-foot shot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's James.
2 minutes.
El Paso grabs the miss.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
George. Good D by Matthews. And so James will bring it up for New York.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the bucket started raining down.
He doesn't get the second one. And for El Paso, they're shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Outside, Porter. Pass to Hardy. 6 on the shot clock. 1:21 left in the first quarter. And another miss by El Paso. James right side. The 3. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Hardy passes to Bowen. George against Matthews. The pass to Porter. Here's D. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Bowen. Doesn't go for him. So New York will take it the other way. 35 seconds left to play in the first. James outside. Passes to Carney. Kicks it out to James. From the arc. El Paso grabs the miss.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And here's Hardy over James. And so it's New York with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Put your hands together for your El Paso.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for New York.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
So with James on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Matthews. That's Hamilton in at the small forward. Carson, no good. New York leading by 19 points. He's guarded by Cooper. Evans trying to get open. Can't hit from in close. Here's El Paso. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Oh, and with all the gifted range shooters in this league, Doors, it seems like in the clutch, more teams go for those long-distance, quote-unquote, Hail Mary threes rather than two quick field goals inside.
Well, it makes sense if you have guys who work on those types of shots. We see Stephen Curry do this all the time. But I don't always agree that that should be the play. If you have the time, go for high percentage.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Puts the move on, and he sinks the layup. And New York leads by 18.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Porter. Adams dishes to Porter. Tipped away. Here's Carson. He's guarded by Arthur. And the shot is good.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
He's guarded by Cooper. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. To the middle. And Adams with the slam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For New York, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
Pass to Carson. Some nice ball movement here by El Paso. Here's Augustine. That one misses. Evans with some nice D. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Here's Carson. He's guarded by Arthur. And Augustine kicks to Carson. Evans with some nice D.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Carson. He's guarded by Arthur. Hamilton against Porter. Stolen by Evans. And a fast break now for New York. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Timeout called El Paso.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
D, he's checked in for Porter. And New York with a change here, too. He's checked in. Adams outside. El Paso needs to get the shot off here. And another miss by El Paso.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Evans. Lays it up off the glass. Evans has got 5 points now this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Cooper against Hamilton. And there's the pass to Carson. Shoots over Arthur. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Here's Evans. The rebound by D. For El Paso, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Carson. No good again that time.
Well, this guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And for El Paso, they're shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. For 3. Rebounded by E.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
New York foul. Arthur.
And some changes here for El Paso. Owens checked in, and Georgia subbed in for Carson.
On the court.
Here's Cooper. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. For El Paso, they've shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
A second chance effort, and they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
For New York, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. James, the pass to Bailey. James outside from deep. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's D, covered by Evans, and it's D missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Evans kicks to James. Five to shoot. Fires from 18. Misses off the right iron. And for El Paso, they're shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. D, and the rejection by Evans. James against Cooper. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And guys, you have to be able to knock down your free throws. Struggling with that this quarter. Good way to let your opponent back in the game.
El Paso making a switch here. Porter's checked in.
As bad as they've been at the free throw line, it's a surprise they're holding the lead. Nothing dropping from the stripe this quarter.
James dishes to E. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
James, the pass to Bailey. Stolen by George. Fast break, El Paso. Here's Hardy. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
El Paso shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
Good on the 2nd free throw. Now James gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New York ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back to the action in just a minute.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Well, for New York, Kenny, how'd you see it?
Their control of the boards is a big reason for this lead. Seems like it might have been their game plan coming in. Send multiple guys to the rim when the shot goes up.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have a game plan in place. Check out the field goal. Well, that's not going to cut it out. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The 3rd quarter just about to get started.
Put your hands together for your...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the 2nd. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Adams is out there with Carson. Then there's Cooper. And it's Bowen in at the 4 slot. And for New York, and it's Arthur in at the shooting guard. And the shot goes down. Hamilton's got the first points of the 3rd quarter up on the board for New York. And Adams has got the ball here for El Paso. Dishes it to Augustine. Here's Carson. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Carson's got 5 now.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
James against Adams. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the 2nd half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
James, no good. And for El Paso, they're shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul, first team foul.
For El Paso, they've shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. The drive by James uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 24.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Timeout called El Paso. You look at James, what a contribution.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Carson kicks to Augustine. This one for three. And James pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Bailey. Back to James. The tray. Augustine grabs the board. Augustine's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Cooper. And another miss by El Paso.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Puts one up from 19. Augustine grabs the board. Augustine's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Started by Augustine. Here's Evans, and the dunk by Evans. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Adams, the pass to Bowen. Now Adams. Can't connect from short range.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
For El Paso, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Pass to Cooper. Pass to Bowen. Trying to find Augustine. Gets it to him. 5 on the clock. And another miss by El Paso.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
James with the bucket.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And for El Paso, they're shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. The pass to Cooper. Here's Carson. Just 5 on the clock to end the cold streak. That shot no good. So New York will take it the other way. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Augustine passes to Cooper for the 3. And another miss by El Paso.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Passes it to Carson.
New York foul. Number 25.
And some changes here for El Paso. D comes in for Cooper. And it's Hardy in for Adams. And a switch here also for New York. Matthews is checked in. Here's Hardy. Carson passes to Augustine. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Personal foul.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Pass to Evans. It's hauled in by George. To the paint. Augustine finds Porter. And it's off from three-point range. For New York, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
And for El Paso, they're shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. Fires from the line, and he drops that one in. Porter's got 8.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Guarded by Porter. Kicks to Carney. Clock at 6. Pass to Matthews. Back to Arthur. From deep three-point range. And they'll get another chance. To the inside. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. You know, we have to see that great mobile one drive one more time.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor.
Porter. He kicks to Augustine. Here's D. Now the pass to Hardy. Over Matthews. Hardy, no good. New York shooting at 51%. Really solid. 54 seconds left in the third. Evans' shot is good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
D passes to Augustine. Outside for George. Outside Porter. To the middle. Goes up again. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
El Paso making a switch here. Conley's checked in. And so it's New York with it. To the wing right side. Out to the right wing. Here's Carney. Nailed from three-point land. Carney's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
First personal foul.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
For El Paso, they've hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And New York making a change here. He hits the second from the line. 8 seconds left in the third. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay?
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Owen is out there with Porter. Then there's Hardy, and it's Big Daddy, and it's Conley in at the 5, roaming the paint. James outside. Over to the left wing. Bailey. Carney dishes to James. Passes it to Bailey. 4 on the shot clock. Back to James. A 3-ball. No good that time. El Paso goes the other way with it. Doris, the NBA keeps talking about the idea of an in-season tournament, taking a cue, I guess, from European soccer. Do you like that? Do you think it would work?
Well, the European soccer situation has the advantage of tradition and history. There's meaning behind it. Obviously, I'm open to a little drama in the middle of the NBA season. The challenge is convincing the players and their representation, the Players Association, that this is something of value. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Now the feed to Evans. And it's Evans slamming it down.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Pass to Porter. Pass to Hardy. There's the pass to Mullen. And James picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Into the lane, Hardy.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
For El Paso, Conley. One shot.
And so James will bring it up for New York. Guarded by Porter. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Conley, the pass to Barker. Takes a 3. Evans with the rebound. Evans has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Here's James. That shot, no good. El Paso goes the other way with it. Porter inside. Arthur on him. Right side, Conley. Pass to Barker. Kicks to George. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Defended by Mullen.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
So both teams changing it up here. George against Matthews. George passes to Conley. Back to George. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here is Carney, defended by Mullen. Arthur up top. Here's Carney. New York, no good that time either. Are you looking at the MVP race last season between 3 incredible big men with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo? Analyzing that, Doris, what's your big takeaway?
The idea that the big man, the 5 spot in the NBA is obsolete, that argument is over. What impresses me is the skill level of NBA players, particularly manning the center position in the modern age. Highly skilled, can shoot it, can take it off the bounce, and are exceptional passers. Boy, this is fun to watch.
And Evans throws it down hard.
You know, I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is the time to give his team some punch.
And New York making a change. Carney's checked in. And the free throw, no good. For El Paso, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Barker, he's guarded by Arthur. The offensive rebound. Here's Conley. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
For El Paso, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. And James pulls it down. New York shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Count that one. James has got 29 in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
In recent years, Doris, we've really seen the Players Association stepping up and address player needs and, at the same time, global social issues.
Kevin, it's been absolutely inspiring to see the players use the tools they have at their advantage and their disposal. They want to create needed change, represent themselves, their communities, their organizations. Leadership at its absolute finest.
From downtown, El Paso grabs the miss. Conley's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
It's good. 6 points for George.
They are just killing them on the interior.
James against George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
Hardy, he's checked in for El Paso. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Barker, the pass to Mullen. Some nice ball movement here by El Paso. Drills the three-pointer.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's James, and it's blocked by Conley. Pass to Barker. And it's King with the rebound. New York shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. James left side. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee allows people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live. Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stop?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And the first one
from New York, James. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from James. And for El Paso, they're shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New York.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year. Fast break, El Paso. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
They get it back. Tries again, and Mullen finishes inside.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Now here's James. Defense right on him. Kicks it out to Paul. They swipe it. 4-on-3 break. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Mullen for 3. Stripped away. Fast break, El Paso. Here's Barker. It's good.
Yeah, what a nice play. Just a coaster by himself off of that steal.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time